In this lesson, I'm going to be going over how to create all types of whiteboards in Canva. So you can see here, I am on the home page, and what you want to do here is go ahead and switch over to whiteboards, which is right next to docs here. So click on whiteboards, and you're going to see that there are a lot of whiteboards that you can use here. So on the top here, you're going to see, some of the most loved by other users, right? So these are the most common ones. The first one's going to be the whiteboard, which is just blank, where you can just create from scratch. I recommend starting with one of these templates, and these are going to really give you a good start. So as you can see on the top here, we have a brainstorm whiteboard, we have a flowchart whiteboard, team whiteboard, planning whiteboard. And as you can see here, if we go down, you can see that there are so many templates that you can use here. If I go ahead and click see all right here, as you can see, scroll down here, now you can actually filter by the different styles, by the theme, by the feature, by the color. If you go over to the left hand side here, you're going to see that there are different categories here. So if I was going to pick social media, you'll see that we get whiteboards that are related to social media. If I was going to pick business, right, you're going to see that we have whiteboards that are related to business. If I go back to home here, I'm going to pick one of these so I can show you guys some of the things you could do with this. So let me go ahead and select the brainstorm. Let's do the flowchart whiteboard here. Select that, and as you can see here, you have a blank page here, and you also have the different styles over here on the left side, right? This is going to be under templates, so you can scroll down here to try to find a theme that you like, right? So let's do a workflow diagram here. So I'm going to select this right here, and it's going to give you more like this, right? So if you like this one, and it's going to give you suggestions that are very similar to this, just in case you find something else that is better. Right, as you can see here, there's so many that you can pick from. All right, now if I zoom in here, let's zoom in a little bit. As you can see here, this is going to be our workflow diagram whiteboard here. So to edit this, pretty simple. You can select each of these objects. We can start with these little logos here. So if I select this, you can see that you have the ability to change the colors. You can edit the image, right? You can let's go back here. You can crop. You can change the position of this as well. You can just drag it around if you're trying to change the position. You also have another one here. Now for the text itself, you can double click inside here and you can change the text here. Same thing as any text that's in here, right? Just hover over the text and you are gonna find where the text box where the text is located, that you can move around, or you can actually edit the text itself. Right, if I zoom in here, it's good because we want to be able to see this right here. So you can zoom in by holding control and scrolling in. Now you can also change the text that's in here. You can add more things here. As you can see, these are different elements that are added on here. You can change this text here. You can move things around. Even these boxes here, you can move them around, right? You can move these around. Pretty simple here. Now if we go back to our home page here, we can look at more options that we have. Let's scroll all the way down here, and as you can see here, there's so many options that you can pick from. Let's pick this one over here. Pretty simple here. All right, cool. So this one looks really great. As you can see, there's so many things that you can edit within this, right? So if I zoom into here, if you wanted to replace this with some other element, very simple. If I was gonna go to element and I will look up, let's use one of these whiteboard graphics here. I'm gonna use this little check mark here, so I can click this, drag, and say I want to replace this here and drop it on here, right? Let's go ahead and move it right here. And I can simply put this above this, or you can actually delete this right here first, right? So I'm gonna hit delete on the keyboard. It's gonna delete that, right? And I'm gonna go ahead and add this right here. Okay, you can also delete this here. I'll add that on here. So it's kind of like how you can replace these things here. Pretty simple here. You can replace any of these things. You can do so many things with this. So moving on to the text that's over here on the left side, I'm gonna go ahead and zoom out, and the text is the same thing here. You can, let me go ahead and zoom out of this. All right, cool. Now you are going to be able to do the same thing. You can edit the text, you can move things around, you can rotate these squares here that you see on the screen. So many things you can do with these whiteboards. And once you're done with your whiteboard, you can go ahead and hit share, and you are going to go ahead and hit download right here. And as you can see, it's going to download as a PNG, but if you wanted to download as a PDF, you can go ahead and select that here. See, so many options here. Now you can hit download once you're done, and there you go. Now you are going to have your whiteboard, whether you're creating a workflow chart or something like that. You are going to be able to export this as a PDF, as a PNG, whatever you want to export it as. Now that is pretty much it when it comes to how you can create all types of whiteboards in Canva. I'll see you guys in the next lesson.